If you ever got lowballed on a job offer, or if you ever paid too much for a car, you know that it's not always easy to think on your feet when the pressure's on, right? But there's money pressure, and then there's capital P pressure, life on the line pressure. Let me tell you about the life on the line pressure, because that's the kind that Sean Williams was under today in federal court. And he was in federal court in Greenville, Tennessee. Now, make no mistake, Williams is a bad guy. In and out of jails and prison on escape charges and multiple rapes of women and children, drug charges, and now also facing 3 counts of enticing minors into sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of child pornography. Those 3 counts are heinous. And he could face 90 years in prison on just those 3 counts. But just before jury selection was set to begin today, prosecutors did something very interesting. They offered him a plea deal. They said, Mr. Williams, plead guilty and get 55 years total in prison. No parole. You do that for the child porn and all your other pending cases in state court. They'll be all wrapped up in it. What do you say, Mr. Williams? And Mr. Williams thought about it. First, he agreed. And then he go, whoa, hang on, let me think. Backtracked. And then he waffled. And then the judge just said, deals off, trials on. Deals off, trials on, let's get started. Gentlemen, ladies, call your witnesses. I am joined now by NewsNation's legal analyst, Jesse Weber. He's an attorney and an anchor for the Law and Crime Network, good friend of the show. Okay, so first of all, I did the math, and he's 53. So if you offer him a 55-year sentence without parole, why bother? Why bother even offering such a deal when it means life in prison, and so does 90 years? Like, why not take your shot? Why not take a risk?
Well, look, I mean, everybody wants to avoid a trial. Prosecutors want to avoid it. But what was he thinking? He was thinking this. Look, why don't I take a gamble? Sure, I might be found not guilty, highly unlikely given the evidence in the case. But he's thinking, let's say I get convicted. Each charge carries a minimum, Ashleigh, minimum of 15 years in prison. He thinks that if he's convicted, not only will he get the minimum, but all of the 3 charges, the 15 years, will all run concurrently together. So he's like, I don't know, 15 years, I might get out in my 60s. Why don't I roll the dice? What he seems to not understand is there are significant aggravating factors here. The maximum is 30 years in prison. He is accused of drugging women and raping not only them and his children. He also was convicted over the summer of escaping custody. You don't think those aggravating factors are going to mean he's not getting the minimum, he's not getting a concurrent sentence? So I don't know. He's rolling the dice. I wouldn't have advised it, but again, the alternative is life in prison.
I mean, 55 years on top of a 53-year-old man means you're over 100. You're never getting out. I would roll the dice just in case there's a mistrial. But the other question here is he's acting as his own attorney. And I always forget what the expression is. You either have a fool for a lawyer or a fool for a client. Yeah. But this is awfully clever for someone who's acting as his own lawyer to even get a plea deal at all, isn't it?
Well, look, I think he's now being represented by somebody. And look, this is a guy who represented himself in his last federal case where I said he was convicted of escape. He was convicted. He was actually acquitted. It was a split verdict on a different escape charge. But look, the question is whether he was representing himself or whether or not he had an attorney. This is a deal that would be offered because when you're dealing with, which is a really, really sensitive case, you're talking about child pornography, you're talking about really the most sensitive subject matter. Nobody wants to present this case in front of a jury. You don't want to have a jury hear this. You don't want the time and expense of going through a trial. So it's not surprising that a deal was offered here. He says he never heard it until today. He's saying it was, the prosecutors say it was presented to his other attorneys that had been there before. I'm sure he would try to argue later on that he had an ineffective assistance of counsel, but then you'd have to take his word at it that the attorneys never told him the deal. And at the end of the day, you would have to say that he was going to accept it. But he didn't accept it this time, so I don't think that would work for him either.
I have 5 seconds, but if he's convicted this time, aren't you allowed to bring that conviction into the next trial where that other jury's going to hear he's convicted child porn, molester? So that's not good either.
He's facing federal drug charges and federal child pornography charges. Oh, I'm sorry, on top of state charges too. So he's got a lot of mess, and I'm sure this will affect it.
Big ol' mess. Jesse Weber, I always love talking to you. Thank you for this. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.